All right, welcome in everyone again. I'm Matt Seneca from PJ Tube, and I have Mike Tanner here today with me, GM Stainless Operations. Mike, thanks for the time. First of all, I hear that you raise beagles.
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay. So what exactly does that entail?
Well, I field trial them,
Okay.
and then we can. Everything's about competition, right? So we field trial them. I started raising beagles probably back when I was in high school. I had my first set, and then you go a little bit, and you get married, and you get away from that a little bit. Then I've gotten back into it probably about 8 or 9 years ago. I started getting back into it. And then what you do is you raise them, and then you take them out in competition, and they field trial them.
Okay.
And then you bench show them. So there's field trials and bench shows. And so I picked up a couple of beagles, and slowly kind of got up to 18 now.
Oh my gosh.
And so yeah, that's exactly what my wife says.
Yeah, wow.
It's like and so when I get new ones, I hide them in the back.
Okay.
But anyway, no, I have a kennel, and it's called Thunderstorm Kennel. And then actually next weekend is our first, the season opens up, and it'll be the first what we call hunt, so trial I'll go to.
Okay.
So I've picked 4 that I'll be hunting this year quite a bit. Got a couple of champion dogs and a couple of open dogs.
Nice.
And then I have one dog that did really well last year, and he's the grand champion, but he only goes to the big state hunts and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
But you take these 5 beagles out, and you go out there, and it's called a cast, and there's 5 beagles in the cast, and one of them would be mine, and there'd be 2 people judging them, and you let them loose. Okay, and then the first beagle that barks 3 times goes on the clock, and then they have 3 minutes to produce what do we call a rabbit. And then if they produce the rabbit, then they get 10 points. And then the judges run with the dogs, and then they trail the rabbit down through there. And then if they lose the rabbit, then it's called an open. Then it's all open. Then the first beagle that finds the rabbit and starts to chase again gets what we call a check, and that's 25 points.
Okay.
And so at the end, whoever has the most points wins the cast.
Wow.
And you run for 1 hour.
Okay.
Okay, and so you cast your beagles, and then for one hour, whoever gets the most points win the cast. And then you come back, and then you go to the next round until you get into the final round, and there's usually 2 or 3 beagles, and then whoever wins that wins.
All right.
Okay, and so that's what we do.
Very cool.
And so and I judge also, which is judging. I don't know if you've ever chased 5 beagles chasing a rabbit for an hour.
I can imagine it's pretty.
It's like an
complicated.
extreme trail run. And so yeah, that's quite a deal. And then if you do that 4 or 5 times in a day, you've done your workout for the day.
Exactly.
But that's what we do, and I sell, train, and show. And
very cool. Very cool. Very interesting. All right. Well, Mike, thanks a lot for your time. I really appreciate it. And be sure to stick around and keep up to date on our series of videos here that brings you a little bit into the personal lives of your coworkers and employees here at Webco and PJ Tube.